The right people for the success of your projects and goals of life. First and foremost, the simple definition of the word right means that which is not wrong. A project can mean a task that is done within a particular time frame in order to accomplish a certain mission. A goal, on the other hand, is something that one desires to get after doing what it takes to achieve it. To this end, the phrase, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life, means a group of individuals who are perfectly suitable to enable you succeed by meeting your endeavors and results that you are attempting to achieve in life. In your lifetime in the world, you don't need everyone to succeed, but you need some individuals in order to arrive at your success. Besides that, in this world you cannot succeed alone, but the time you will receive your achievements, you will realize that your success was as a result of the works of some individuals who can be your teachers or experts who you follow their teachings. This stays in concordance with the proverb that states that, no man is an island. This proverb can also mean that no man can depend on himself, owing to still needing to be supported by others in some areas of his life. In addition to that, you cannot depend on yourself, and others too cannot depend on themselves. This lucid reality, which is a common pellucid actuality, creates an obvious and genuine outlook that there are existence of innumerable situations of interdependence in the world. Depending on a person stands for relying on a person, and this is done with the aim of receiving assistance many a time, oft or less frequently, from the person who one is dependent on. Further to that, thou should also know that in this world there are some individuals you cannot depend on. This creates to generate a view that you cannot depend on everyone. Even a giver of task may not require many individuals to participate in a task, but can prefer choosing a few. For that reason, the right number of people for the success of that task won't be many, but will be less than many. Also, you come to a realization that the people who can make you achieve your goals may not be too many, but less than too many. Therefore, you don't need everyone to succeed, and also you cannot succeed alone, but you require some individuals who are right for the achievement of your success. With an eye towards giving a provision of elucidation about the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life, it is important, like what is necessary, to talk about the cons of individuals who won't make you succeed and the pros of the right individuals for your success. The following is a mixed blessing about what pertains and appertains to the statement mentioned previously. Firstly, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life can be your close individuals, such as your family, guardians, or real friends. There is a proverb derived from Vocapture program that states that blood is thicker than water, meaning that family relations and loyalties are stronger than relationships with people who are not family members. Such, especially your family members, can perform vital roles that can uplift you from childhood to adulthood, with a mission of not leaving and a mission of seeing you successful at the end. Real friends can be extremely good friends who are difficult to find, like what is rare and scarce. Another reality that has a doom actuality is that in some circumstances, if not your good case, is that in some societies found in some geographical locations, there are individuals whose family members don't help them but have neglected them despite the fact that they belong to that family. As your fake friends and masquerading associates can betray you, know also that some family members who care less for you can abandon and neglect you because they can get into a state of care factor 0. Secondly, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life are those who can support you in doing your administrative tasks. When you solely perform burdensome and hard administrative tasks with no one among your associates supporting you, know that they may not be right for the achievements of your goals. Associates who come to join your projects should also support you. They shouldn't sit back like a lemon watching you doing most difficult and hard project tasks without having any help to offer pertaining and appertaining to tasks they have come to join you in doing. Thirdly, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life are those who you also gain from some assistance in the process of you performing project tasks that opens opportunities for your life goals to be met. When you give more and receive no gain in return, yet such individuals profess that you are together in such a task, it will be like a one-way relationship where the giver has no benefit to obtain in return at the end. Members of your projects should also be in position and disposition of always lending a hand by supporting you rather than leaving all burdensome and difficult tasks to be done by one industrious person. Thirdly, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life should be individuals who are hardworking and whose actions can pull and push your projects towards realizing success. When you are working with team members who have intentionally decided by their choice same as alternative to become good for nothing to the extent that they don't contribute anything geared towards causing success, then the tough and rough task of orchestration of success will be left on your hands, and it won't be easy, since many hands which were to make work to be light if not lighter will be good for nothing. Being good for nothing is being useless, and what is useless is not something of substance, but it is something without usefulness. When you work with useless individuals but you want to realize success, you will have to become useful in order to make your endeavors purposeful, and you may not put up with the action of working that way forever, but time of parting ways can come for you to look for individuals of your caliber who thou should work with. Fourthly, the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life can be real friends. A real friend is one who gives a helping hand when you are in need of assistance. A real friend is a person who works hard to see that you succeed in your endeavors. A real friend is a person who is not green with envy towards you and doesn't perform negative actions that can jeopardize any aspect of your life. A real friend is a person who stands with you in most difficult and easy times. On the contrary, fake friends or enemies are not the best people for the success of your projects, but are the worst by dint of their presence for dooming and glooming you, with failure being same as their absence for bringing you success. When you are dealing with enemies who won't change but keep on performing pernicious actions that affect you negatively, your life condition can take a sudden if not gradual shift from being on cloud 9 to being down in the heels. This is because they will do you no good but turn your fortunes and light to become misfortunes and darkness. Some of them can be in the category of ridiculous team members who play tricks and cunning games on you with the aim of discovering and publicly announcing your shortcomings. When this trend goes too far, the news of your shortcomings will travel too further and further. In addition to that, some can create fabricated ill news about you, which is a make-up aimed at tarnishing of your reputation, and obviously it will travel too far. This is because, apart from rumor being a great traveler, there is a proverb that states that bad news travels fast. The meaning of this wise saying is that bad news circulates quickly because people often spread it everywhere. Later on, with moving time which is in motion, the events that can transpire like a sweat which one inspired to perspire is that such smear campaigns will affect you socially, politically, economically, or even academically, a move that will impel and propel you to a dangerous end point of sacrificing some of your life goals that you desired to pursue. The fifth thing is that the right people for the success of your projects and goals of life are those who have willingness to turn up to your calls when you have a vision and mission of fulfilling your important endeavors, which may include them too. Those who can turn up for these activities without heaviness and laziness will be of great significance to you, but when you seek for attention from your team members but no one turns up to your call, neither pass an apology nor show seriousness of bringing light to activities which also involve them directly, then such individuals can make you risk it for the biscuit, as their conduct will force you to do what it takes to bear the burden of performing most difficult project tasks solely and lonely, like the one and only person left to work like a Trojan. This will transcend into administrative activities, draining you physically, materially, spiritually, and financially, as none of your team members will add value to the administrative activities other than you. If they perhaps turn up, their hearts may not be with you, like a student who is physically in class but with attention and concentration channeled away from the teacher's lesson. This causes you to be perceived that you are forcing them to act against their will. The right people for the success of your projects and goals of life are those who join you in working hard and smart for you and them to share a shared benefit derived from working as a team. Contrary to that, the wrong people in your projects and life will be present with you just for the benefits that they obtain from you, but you won't get any value from them after you have completed providing your assistance to them. After giving your all and best and sit back in silence to give them chances of performing your former activities with the aim of watching to observe the value they can add to your life, you will come to a clear and limpid realization that they are not willing, and never in a million years will you find them do what it takes to even try performing supporting tasks shared to keep your endeavors in motion. When you give your team members silent treatment, after which you realize that some team members eventually leave you because by then you have cut off supplying the support you used to give. This shows that they were with you just for their own selfish interest, however they couldn't support you by any means. The right people for the success of your projects and goals of life are individuals who cannot be easily corrupted and manipulated by your enemies to perform actions that will work against you by causing you losses and failures. Those are individuals who can take a positive stand to permanently cut off negative people, including your enemies, from influencing them to perform actions that can put you in a state of jeopardy. It is genuine, like what is sincere, to state that finding good individuals like that may be hard in the environment where you have enemies, fake friends, and negative people. The wrong people for the success of your projects and goals of life are individuals who are easily manipulated and corrupted by your enemies. Team members of that caliber will be capable and probable of working together with your enemies to always perform actions that will help them work towards sabotaging your dreams and goals of life. They can go too far to the extent of secretly planning evil behind your back, some of which you will suffer the negative consequences of them if you don't discern their motives. Like, in addition, what will make you to begin calling off association with them is when they will request you to compromise your integrity standards, a move that you know will make you to suffer the negative consequences that comes with compromise. If you compromise, it is them who may prosecute and persecute you by placing you into the quagmire of being charged and judged for your offenses which you performed following them first tricking you. In a state where you will be found between the hammer and the anvil, it will be easy to be blackmailed by them after them assuring and reassuring you with real if not fake promises that they won't publicly channel your offenses to individuals who can make you be accountable for your actions. Among your associates, there can be agents of your enemies sent to cause your downfall. Apart from always begging you to reveal to them information pertaining to your private issues, they can have the tendency of always revealing your uttermore and uttermost secrets and works even to individuals of other domains whose disciplines don't match your area of expertise but are in opposite directions, making them to be unauthorized to view your works. Then again, you should know that not everyone who asks you about your secrets are your enemies, but some can truly not have ill intentions like being against you. This means that some individuals who ask you about your secrets may not be your enemies, but they just inquire from you knowledge which may help them positively. There must be something in the water about these scenarios in many societies, and if you have the wrong people in your projects in life, misfortunes will in many circumstances come your way, just as the proverb that states that misfortunes never come singly.